Good morning. It's a beautiful day. It's Friday the 26th of June, I think. Today I'm going in to train a client this morning. I've got a 7 till 8 client. It's 6:23 at the minute, so I'm going to nip in now. Oh, elbow looks weird. And then I'm going to go train push B, which I'll record and do a little bit of a voiceover. Try and get into some talking point of some sort so I can make an actual video. Again, I've not been very good with these. I was in a good routine where I was like doing them preemptively throughout the week, but I got busy and I just stopped doing it. So now it's due out today, this afternoon, and I'm at a wedding reception this afternoon, so I'm gonna try and have to get my foot down a bit, get a move on with it. Then I'm in the clinic, then I'm done. Need to come home and do my cardio. Currently I am running a little bit of a dieting phase because I'm going on holiday in August. So calories have just been changed again. I'm now sitting at 2,350 training day and 2,000 rest day. Expenditure 195 minutes per week at 140 beats per minute, and then steps are at 14k across the board. Yeah, scale weight is responding. It's just a little bit all over, as my scale weight always is, but you know, we don't use scale weight as the only metric. We've got these at the minute, the Newtonic focus pouches. They're pretty cool, pretty great. Cody got me some from work, and they're good, mate. It's not got nicotine in, which is good because I'm trying to stop. I was vaping again, so I stopped that. I don't know why, it's just a habit. I don't really like the way it makes me feel, like at all. It makes me feel a little bit nervous. I don't get nervous, so I've binned that off. And then these haven't got nicotine in, I don't think. It's got like 50 milligram of caffeine. Now to a man like me who fucking abuses caffeine on the daily. So yeah, it's good though. Like I had it yesterday. I had a block of 7 clients back to back, 7-hour workload. No, I've dropped it on the fucking floor! That was dramatic. I've collected it. Yeah. Good morning. It's now Sunday, the 28th. So yesterday was a complete write-off. I went out on Friday, 3 bottles of Savvy B later, and I was dead to the world. Saturday, started being sick early hours in the morning, stopped being sick at about 4 p.m. Bit graphic, but you know, we're transparent on this. So I was in a bad way. So I had the full day off, didn't train, just went to rest day calories. Managed to get my cardio done because I started to feel a bit better towards the end of the night. So did my cardio, got 30 minutes done. Steps were low, food was low. Like I didn't do the normal thing that I'd like to do. When I'm sick, I want to like get as much nutrients in me as possible, but I don't do that. I just eat loads of ice cream. So this time I had my normal Cocoa Pops when I could actually digest some food, and then I had like a big burrito bowl with loads of sweet corn, like tomatoes, peppers, avocado, just everything, loaded it with nutrients as much as I could. Scrammed that, felt a bit better. I'm alright this morning. I've just played paddle. I'm in at clinic. I've got an appointment at 12 till 1, so within the next hour. Hopefully they might be in a bit earlier. This could even be them now. It might not be though. But yeah, back to normal now, mate. Just had 1 day off. It's not the end of the world. I ain't going to beat myself up because it doesn't happen a lot. You know what I mean? It's a very rare occurrence that I end up missing training due to illness. It doesn't really happen, especially due to hangover. I'm not a big drinker anymore, so, and this has just solidified that. I never want to touch a drink again, which is a lie. I said on my Instagram that this will be my last blowout of the year, remembering that I go on a lad's holiday in August, so it definitely won't be. Also, I've got another wedding in September, so it'll be the last one for quite some time while I bring myself back to normal. But anyway, yeah, pressad ourselves, mate. We'll go straight into the push day. So this is my second push rotation. So my split is push A, pull, legs, rest, push B and arms, and then a posterior day. So this week I missed the posterior day due to violent hangover. But this is what my second push day looks like. So it starts off with a pec deck fly. Got the Brazil vest on. I'm not sure if that's going to go down well with any of our World Cup fans. I'm not supporting Brazil, I just like it. Don't often train in a vest, especially not at the minute because I'm not very happy with the physique, but it's about 30 degrees, so I had to. But this is 3 sets at 10 to 15, so I'm using a little bit more elbow flexion in that bottom position. Just try and take a bit of tension off the bicep. I get quite bad, It's called medial epicondylitis. I can't remember if it's golfers or tennis, but I get quite bad on this one. I get like a lot of pain through there. I'm driving forward, so I'm adding a little bit more elbow bend just to put that slightly less tension on the bicep, a little bit more through the pec. And then as I'm into that top position, I'm thinking about driving my bicep hard into the side of my chest. Another one that I've been using, so like obviously reverse action cue for any of my pressing movements, but I am thinking about driving my elbows forward at the same time, just to fully contract, get that pec as short as it'll go. As always, taking all sets to failure. There's no point training with reps in reserve unless it is, you know, stated in the program that your coach has given you. And then if he has, or if they have given you that, make sure you ask why. Ask why you're not training to failure, because in order to see, you know, you're trying to force adaptation. That doesn't come easy. You know what I mean? It takes some time for you to be able to do that. So if you're training like a fairy, you're not going to be able to, your body's not going to give you any demand to change, basically. So you need to be pushing yourself to failure, as I do here. Taking it through, lost my headphone halfway through on that rep, that's how you know it's a hard one. And then the very last couple of concentrics that are extremely slow, and then going for it out that bottom position again. Then I'm moving into a low incline dumbbell. So for this one, it's difficult to think of a reverse action cue on a dumbbell one, because obviously your arms are going to move, like, you know what I mean? It's not a fixed path. So you're thinking about driving the bicep hard into the side of the chest. As I come down, I'm thinking about that tricep getting in line with my shoulder blades. Slight pause in either extremity. One of the main things I've really been trying to do with my training at the minute is really like re-hammer that, because I lost it a little bit. I got a little bit broy and just started throwing weight around, but really trying to think about taking a pause in either extremity. So pausing length and pausing the short. 37.5 we're at now. Nearly big boy weights, not quite just yet though. Then I've got a converging flat press, which I'm using the Gym Leco. This one, if anyone's ever used it, is ridiculously heavy in the length and like borderline ridiculous. Borderline stupid, I should say. I've already said ridiculous. All I'm thinking about on this one, because it's a converging path and it's a fixed path, I can think about reverse action cue. So you should not really be seeing form breakdown towards the end of it, because, you know, if you just keep thinking that same cueing, you'll be fine. All I'm thinking about, again, driving myself hard back into the pad. As soon as that elbow / tricep gets in line with the shoulder blade, I'm just driving straight back into that concentric. Slight pause in the short, really exaggerated pause in the short on this one, to be honest, to keep the shoulders nice and healthy, because this one really does play havoc with it. This one's a stubborn bit of kit. Don't really want to progress at all. But we took that one for 2 sets. So 2 sets of 6 to 8, and then a set of 8 to 10 on the low incline dumbbell. A set of 6 to 8 and a set of 8 to 10 on the converging press. And then I've got 2 sets of 8 to 10 on the Nautilus dip, which is really a nice bit of kit, mate. It's a bit awkward for me because the seat belt, I have to bring my own, because obviously it hasn't got its own seat belt, and the seat does move a bit, so you've really got to fight for position as best you can, which is fine, mate. It's not too bad. This also, the input on the handle, it really hurts. Not to be a baby, but it really hurts my hand. So I'm thinking about a slight pause in the short, slight pause in the length, and again on these ones, just taking it through its full range as much as possible as well. I'm not cutting it short. I'm letting the elbow travel as high up as I can, getting that pec nice and lengthened, big stretch, and then driving through all the way through into that bottom position. Again, you can almost think of a bit of a reverse action cue on this one, but it's difficult because you fight, you know, your body moves out the way of it. But then we're going into a bit of arm work. So all I've got here is 4 sets on a standing prime cable curl. So I can bring on prime, they're adjustable handles, so I can bring them in a little bit for improvement of alignment there. And all we're thinking about, don't, like, people tend to get carried away with bicep curl. It's literally just thinking about bringing your wrist into your bicep as hard as you can. Take a pause in the lengthened, take a pause in the short at the top. I like to contract my tricep as I'm in that bottom position to make sure that I am getting the full length through the bicep. However, I have got weird mobility in my elbows, so it's difficult to try and fully hyperextend. I go like past my active range because of dodgy elbows for years of worth of injury. Thinking about keeping the elbow locked to the side of the body. I tense everything, my core, my glutes, and then I drive into that concentric position. Same again, when it comes to training down your arms, it's just another muscle. Same as your core. Like, people try and do like little weird circuits for both arms and core. It's a muscle. It's going to respond the same way any other muscle does. Train it to failure with execution and high intensity and accuracy, obviously. And then you'll be able to see growth there. Like, your arms will grow if you just hammer it as much as you can. 4 sets. I've got 1 at 12 to 15 and then 3 at 8 to 10. And then after this one, we go into a little bit of a crossbody. So this was a single arm tricep extension, but it took the piss because it's 4 sets of a single arm movement. I was there forever. And it was really playing havoc with my shoulder. I don't know what it was. I think it's because I was letting the shoulder drop forward, whereas this, I can really keep position a lot better. So crossbody extension, the arm's still working in that same path. It's still going out from, it's following the line of the cable, and it's just a little bit quicker for me as well. Yeah, you're probably losing a little bit of stability and whatever else, but it's just easier. It's miles better for me. All I'm thinking about, again, bringing the wrist and bicep together at that top position to make sure the tricep gets full flexion, full stretch, sorry. And then I'm driving as hard as I can out wide into the floor, get the tricep as short as it'll go. Slight lean forward just to improve alignment. I don't want to be directly under the cable stack, but I don't want to be too far away from it. So I'm about midway, like between a massive step back and direct under the cable to make sure that the tension's at its best point there. 4 sets again, 12 to 15, 3 sets at 8 to 10, and then the last one is a lateral raise movement, which I'm doing on a, taking it into length and partials there as well, just in case anybody missed that. Then I've got a lateral raise movement, which I'm doing on the, I think it's Atlantis, we'll see. It looks like Atlantis lateral raise machine, so I'm using that input pad a little bit higher up the arm, so it's close to the working muscle, close to the working joint, therefore more force production allowed, etc, etc. Just thinking about driving the hands out as far as I can on this one, taking a slight pause in the bottom, slight pause in the top. Now, you might be thinking that looks quite light. It is, because it is. My shoulder's not happy. I've still got a couple of issues, just nagging issues, so I'm not trying to power it up. I am just taking my time with it and not being daft. I'm still pushing it to failure, but I'm just lowering the weight and increasing the rep range a little bit. So I'm working at 2 sets at 10 to 15 on that one, just to make sure I get everything out of it. But that's about it. Nice and simple. Training as normal. In a really good spot at the minute. We'll see what next week brings, given that, you know, I was off all Saturday dying, but I reckon I'll be fine. I'll be fine by Monday. I'm fine by today. Rest day calories again today, so I haven't had my meal yet. I'll finish here at 1 o'clock. I've got my Iceland order coming at 1:30, and then I'll probably have my first meal about 1:30. I am hungry. You know, yesterday I had a late meal because England was on, so my men's ball was quite late in the day, and then I've played paddle. So I'm alright, I don't feel too bad. I'm not too hungry. But that's it, mate. All good to go. Bit of a later one, but I'm trying to keep this to 1 a week, as I've said previously. But yesterday, I couldn't even move, let alone get a video sent out. So I'll get this uploaded today for all of the 4 people that watch it. Cheers. See you in a bit.